So in this demonstration I want to show you how to geo-reference pictures that you take with your digital camera to JOSM based on GPS tracks, so that you can use information in the pictures to add to the map. So if I go on a trip to a shopping mall, I can have a pen and paper and I can write down information about the hours of opening for a particular shop, or I can take a picture of it and reference it later in JOSM. So that's what I did. I took pictures. One important picture to take is of your GPS unit, and take a picture of the time that the GPS time is showing. And we'll use that later to calculate an offset between the time on your camera and the time on your GPS unit. Another thing you'll need to make sure is in your settings that you set your GPS to record every second. Some of the Garmin units record just at significant points, and you want to do it every second. So once you have all these pictures done in your track, you can start up JOSM and then load the track into there. And one thing I like to do is turn on the Bing background. By default, I think quite often the track is not red, or at least it used to not to be red. If it's not red and the contrast is poor, you can go to customize color and pick a color that helps you see the track better. So the next step then is to import the imagery. So right click on the track GPX and say import images. You can pick one or more multiple images, or you can just pick the folder, say open. So now what it says is you can kind of guess what the offsets are. So you can see these little cameras up here, but I know that that's in the wrong place because the hotel, this hotel is actually right down here somewhere. It's not up there. So we use a photo of an accurate clock. That clock says here, it says the photo time from EXIF from the JPEG file. The JPEG file says it was taken 11:52:59, but the GPS time was actually 11:47:59, and we know that from the picture that we took there. And it says we're in the time zone of America, of Denver. You can see it put in the time zone offset and then a 300-second offset as well. But you'll see that none of my images show up there. I don't have little icons that show here's my picture. Turns out the time zone offset needs to be, in my case, needs to be 0000. And the reason that's the case is because the picture that I took of my camera was in the mountain time zone in the United States, and the GPS was actually mountain time zone as well, so there's no difference. I guess sometimes the GPSs will show Zulu time or Greenwich Mean Time, and in that case you want to put in a time zone offset. So let's begin. I was there, and I might be interested, for example, in these shops. So let's download the image, the data for that area. And here I'll take a picture. Oh, I know there was a bike rack there, and it can handle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a capacity of 6. So I know it's right about there. I'm going to say bicycle parking, capacity 6. Let's say OK. And then we'll go to the next picture. There's Tokyo Joe's. We'll put them right there. We'll say restaurant. And it's sushi. And I can put in other information about the opening time as well. So based on that, I put in an amenity there. I can see here the opening hours, so I put that in there. I also saw a website on the door, so I put that in there. And then I just do that from shop to shop along the mall until all the data is entered from my imagery.